welcome to this week's episode. Episode 10 now, so a bit of a milestone. 10 episodes, and I believe 73 subscribers now. It's slowed down over the last couple of weeks, I'm not sure why. The Asda video that I did absolutely blew up and like did a couple of hundred views just within a few days, and then went on to do even more than that. So I then went somewhere else and did like a nice scenic one, and that didn't seem to do very well. So I thought, oh, maybe there's a thing here with me doing the more stealthy camping videos in supermarket car parks and things. So then I tried, stopping in Tesco's B&M car park, and that's been quite slow as well. So I'm not really sure what direction to take the channel in really, and where to go. So if you've got any ideas or any feedback, I suppose use the comments to kind of point me in the right direction, because I'm wanting to, be entertaining and do well. So yeah, if you've got any suggestions or any feedback, any criticisms or anything like that, then put it in the comment section. I do know the videos are quite long. I'm going to aim to try and make them a bit shorter. So yeah, this week, I don't know if you can hear, if you listen. Oh look, it's raining, which is fine. I actually like sleeping in the van in the rain. It helps me sleep. I like the noise, and sometimes when I'm even in bed in a house, I'll play like rain on tent or rain on car sound effects, and it helps me sleep. I really enjoy the noise of it. So hopefully the rain actually sticks around and I get to sleep with that, because I've not had many nights where it's rained all night and I've been able to listen to that. I do really like it. So with the rain been around, and with it being quite late on now, and I've not really got much I can do when the weather's like this, I'm just going to take it dead steady tonight. I'm going to go to the supermarket, get some nice food in, get a few treats, might even get some ice cream, and just watch a bit of telly and chill out, and then decide what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'll check the weather forecast, and if it's going to be raining tomorrow, it kind of limits again what I can do. So I'll go to the supermarket and I'll get what I need, and then I'm going to, tonight, park fairly local to where I live. I'm going to find somewhere using an app called Park for the Night, I think it's called, or Park for Night, something like that, and it gives you different places where you can stop. So I know already where there's loads of places to stop around me, but I'm going to see if there's any on there that I've not seen yet, and give that a try and see if there's any good places that I've not seen or been to yet. Stick around, I'll get the stuff, and then we'll have a look at where we're going next. So I don't even know where that is yet. So yeah, see you in a bit. Right, so I'm just sort of entering the industrial estate part. This is like the old industrial estate of Wakefield. It's still there, but like an unused mill that's been here for a long time. It's just over the river from where I'm going to be stopping tonight. Yeah, I can see the car park. So yeah, there is all double yellow lines on the road, but the car park here to the left. It's like a really good place to stop, to be fair. So this is the car park then that I'm going to be stopping in tonight. It seems pretty spot on, to be fair. And this isn't even a main road, so I don't think it will get that busy in the morning. And the mill that I was talking about is directly behind me. So there's a funny story about this car park actually, and that is quite a long time ago now. I think I was probably about 17 or 18 at the time. My friend had just passed his test, and we were driving all over in his car. He was like the first one of us to pass his test. And there used to be a programme on TV called Most Haunted, and it had Derek Akora and Yvette Fielding in it, and they'd go looking for ghosts. And they came and filmed in Wakefield for like a week. They did like a special episode. And I think they filmed at the Theatre House, they filmed at the Coal Mining Museum, but one of the places they actually filmed was the mill that's behind me, and I'll show you that in the morning. And we actually came here in my friend's car, and I had a catapult at the time, and I'd brought some stones from my dad's driveway, And we pulled up in this car park and we were firing the stones across the river, and they were hitting the boarded up windows where they were inside, and one of my friends had recorded it on Sky. And when we went back, there were all like bangs and knocking noises, like the windows were banging and the roof was banging. It was me with my catapult, and we had such a good laugh that night. Just, you know, up to no good, causing trouble like young lads do. But yeah, that actually, we parked in this car park to fire the stones across. So yeah, all these years later I'm back and you know, sleeping in the car park in a van. So anyway, I'm going to get everything in the back, and I'm going to get comfy, and I'm going to make my tea, and I'm going to get to sleep. It's getting late already. So this is the mill, obviously in the dark with the lights on, but having the lights on suggests to me that probably this has all been renovated and maybe it's apartments now. Maybe there's people living in here. Quite a good chance, to be fair. Alright, so I'm in the van now. I'm just gonna shut these blinds and get all that light blocked out. Right then, so I'll show you some of the things I've bought tonight whilst I've bought my food. Chopping board, that's just going to sit on there, which is nice. Spatula. And these stainless steel cups, because at the moment I've been using just coffee mugs for everything, so I've got these. I can put soft drinks in them. I'll test those out tonight. Stainless steel as well, like they're not going to get smashed, which is cool. And the last item for tonight is this. It's a pop-up colander. Pretty good, that. Which I've needed one of these a few times, to be fair, because I like pasta and I've cooked quite a lot of things with pasta in, and tonight's going to be one of those nights where I'm making a dish that is pretty much all pasta, so yeah, I'll need that. Pretty cool. Right then, it's red hot. Let's see if it's any good. It's actually okay. I think it would have been better with milk, but it's certainly not bad. So yeah, I'm going to tuck into this, get the tablet on. Rain sounds amazing. I can't wait to go to sleep with that. I'm looking forward to so much. So yeah, finish this, catch up with you in a bit. Right then, so it's quite late now. I've eaten and I've chilled out, and I think that's a sign to say it's time to go to sleep. So I'm going to switch all the lights off and we're going to go to bed, aren't we? Yeah? Right then, I'll see you in the morning. woken up by some really loud banging. Like the first bang that I heard was that loud. I thought it was a van that were banging. I thought somebody had hit the van with something. I'm just gonna have a quick check and see what I can see in the car park. Not sure if somebody's in the car park or not. Oh, that's odd. So yeah, there's no one in the car park. So I'm not sure what the noise is coming from. I'm gonna go have a look. Maybe it's coming from behind the wall. It's strange because there's nothing behind the wall. And I don't think it was that duck. I can't see anything, like, because I was thinking maybe it was a boat down here. There's no boat. There are some there though. So yeah, that's weird because like the bang was so loud and I'd literally just heard it before I started filming. There's nothing there. I heard it a few times as well, and maybe a few voices even. So yeah, anyway, this is where I've woken up to this morning, and that building there is not the mill that I was talking about that I could see the lights on. There were lights on the ground floor of that building, and that is the mill that I was talking about that was firing stones at when I was younger. You can see a lot of the windows are now smashed, thanks to me. But the lights were on the ground floor of that old mill, so I'm not sure what it's used for these days. So I'm going to get back in the van now. Oh, it's a bit chilly this morning. You getting old? Hey, look at your grey face. You're getting old. You're getting old. Yeah. So I'm really tired. I don't want to get up yet, so I'm not gonna. I'm going to run the engine, warm it up a bit in here because it's a bit chilly, and also there's a lot of condensation because I boiled pasta last night. Put Netflix on, get in my sleeping bag, get warmed up. So I've no idea how this has happened. I've been watching Netflix and I've just gone to turn the engine off because the windows are now like demisted. And this is here. Look at the size of that. Right then, so I've had a quick tidy up and I think it's time to move on now. I need to go drop the dogs off, so I need to set off. Right then, so I've been waiting most of the afternoon for like a break in the rain. There is one now, but you know, it could rain any minute. The clouds are black, it's not looking good. So Mother Shipton's cave ain't going to happen today again. Shock. And the other things that I wanted to show you again today as well, they're not going to be possible either. But I think with it being the 10th episode and it being a bit of a milestone, I'm going to do a bit of a montage and just show you some of the highlights and some of the best bits that I've had along the way. And yeah, I've picked out some of my favourite parts and some of my favourite sequences and edits that I've done in the previous 9 episodes and put them here in the 10th. So yeah, I'll put that on now. Have a look what I've been up to and yeah, see what you think, because I'm really proud of myself and I think some of those shots are gorgeous. Have a look.
Tell me how to think. Lay me on your riverbed tonight.
This guy likes sauce, do you like it?
we different or are we the same? Are we different or are we fair game? Oh, take my body. Oh, just take my body. Oh, take my body.
Right then, so something else I did today, because I kind of prepared for if the weather was going to be bad, which it is. And what I did was, on the Facebook page, Dean's Destination Facebook page, which if you're not on, join it, you know, and that's where I do a lot of the interactive stuff and ask questions and host polls. So I asked today if people had any questions, and I would answer them in like a Q&A style segment, which is this now. So some people did respond, and the first person to ask questions was Daniel. Daniel asked, what have you planned for the van? Am I keeping it simple, or have I got any big plans for it? Now, I have been quite secretive about it, and there are things I am planning on doing, and I'll tell you now. So yeah, I'm gonna do a full like camper conversion. I'm gonna put down the side where the fridge is, I'm gonna put a kitchen worktop, and that's gonna go halfway out across the door, so where the hob is, if I have the sliding door open, I can see out while I'm cooking. I'm gonna have an oven underneath that, and the fridge is going to be up and set back above the wheel arch, so it slots further back, it gives me more room in here. And down here I'm going to have a bed. The bed's going to come further across, it's going to sit on top of the wheel arch, which means it can come further this way. And it's also going to be pull out, so it should slide across, and when it's not being used as a bed, it'll be used as a chair. So that's the kind of vision I've got. I'm going to carpet the panels behind me, but I don't think I'm going to carpet the blue. I'm not sure. I don't want to spend too much money because I'm saving for a house, so I want to buy a house, so I need a deposit. He also asked if I was sticking to stealth camping, and if I was going to be taking any longer trips, or if I had any bigger trips planned. Yeah, absolutely. I've got some time off. I'll be taking probably a week or more off. and within that time I'll probably go away for 3 or 4 days. Depending on the weather and depending on the money, I may even go to Newquay. I go usually every year, and I've not been, obviously, with coronavirus, so I might go as far as that. I'm not sure. I've not really planned it that well yet, but I'll definitely be going away, and I'll definitely be doing a bigger road trip where it's a few nights consecutive. So I asked as well by Tracy. She asked if you will be getting a heater in the van, or if I'll just be getting more togs, which, you know, more like thicker duvet or a better sleeping bag. The answer is, I'm not sure. Probably I'll get a better sleeping bag just for the winter. I've already done some research into better sleeping bags, but as we're kind of doing that, we're getting warmer anyway, so I've just stuck with what I've got. So I'm planning on putting a leisure battery in the van, and whether I decide to run a diesel heater from that or not, I'm not sure. It's quite a small van, and again, I don't want to be spending a lot of money. There are some systems out there that are like £500, and there are some systems out there that are £50, but the £50 are quite loud. I'm not really sure what to do, but I think, yeah, better sleeping bag is going to be the thing that I opt for. Karen asks, what do you do when you need the toilet? All right, well, what I do at the moment is, I'll show you. It's this. Now, it does look like there's a bit of wee in the bottom. It's not wee, it's bleach. What I do is I'll just, if I'm desperate, I'll have a wee in there. If I can't wee outside, I'll just wee in this. And I just always keep a little bit of bleach in there to keep it clean. In terms of going for like number 2, I only go away overnight, so I've not needed to yet. But when I convert it properly and I've got everything in that I want, I've already got a cassette toilet that, you know, that can flush, but it's only quite small, and I'm planning on fitting that under the bed that I'm going to build, so I will have a proper toilet in here, but, you know, it doesn't make any sense to have it here now because it'll just be out in the open, and I don't want that. Karen also asks, will I ever make it to Mother Shipton's cave? I've tried my bloody best, I have, and I've not managed to get there yet. I got as close as the front gate on the last episode, and that's as far as I've managed to get. She also asks, am I doing it to kind of keep suspense? No, I'm not. Genuinely, I've tried my bloody best to get there. I'm just useless. I'm hopeless, and I've not managed to. It's either that I'm hopeless or Mother Shipton don't want me to go there. She's some ghost flying around somewhere, and she don't want me to go. She also asks, did I fall off the skateboard in the episode because she'd seen the shadow where I'd like look like I nearly fell? Yeah, I did fall. I didn't fall onto my knees or anything like that, but I did stumble. I came close to falling. She also asks how many times or how many takes did it take to get that sequence. I probably would have said in total over 50 maybe, to get all the different shots and then edit them together. Honest to God, these videos, some of them have been like 20 minutes long, some of them have been over 30 minutes long. The amount of takes and shots and sequences and time editing, even just to do something as small as this, it's immense. I spend more time editing than I do filming. I spend a long time, I probably spend a day and a half editing to get even just this very low tier level of quality. So yeah, that one bit was like 50 takes. In, like said, that episode, for example, how many takes? 400-500 maybe, individual shots that I've taken and then edit out, you know, just to get that, you know, you're talking probably 4, 5, 6 hours of footage, and then it just all gets edited and condensed, and I really struggle to squash it into 30 minutes, and I'm planning on making them short, so I'm gonna have to squash it down even more. Okay, Dean asks as well, will I be getting a bigger van or will I be staying small and stealthy? In an ideal world, yeah, I'd love a big van. I used to have about as big a van as you could get, like bigger than any van. It was a small bus, and I you know, lived in that, and that had a kitchen and a bed and a sofa, and it had everything in it. It was gorgeous. It had an oven, microwave, TV. There was nothing that it didn't have that you had in your house, and I lived in that for probably about 12 months, maybe more. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So yeah, I'd love something bigger, but at the moment, Amazon delivery. You stay there. Oh. Amazon parcel for my brother. So yeah, where were I? Bigger van. I'd love one, but a house is more important at the moment. I've lived in caravans, I've lived in vans, I've even lived on a boat. I had a 55-foot narrowboat that I lived on for, I think I had the boat for about 2 years and lived on it for probably 12 to 18 months, something like that. I lived on it quite a while. You know, I've never been one for living in a house. I've always been kind of a free spirit in a way. Not like, you know, setting roots down, but I need to do that. I've got to make myself do that. Even though I'd be quite happy living in a van for the rest of my life. I might get a house and then live in it and see how I feel, and if I don't like it, rent it out. Just let somebody rent the house out and let someone else pay the mortgage for the house, and I'll get a van and I'll live in a van. But I've always got that security of a house, so I need to prioritise that and get that sorted. The van now, I'm putting money into it, yeah, but it's keeping me sane at the moment. It's giving me an outlet. On my days off, I've got something to do and I've got something to think about that is positive. And this is really good for my mental health at the moment. I really, really need this. I don't know what I'd be doing, where I'd be without it. So it is important that I do this. So yeah, answer to the question, I'll probably be staying in this for as long as I can. And then, you know, if I do get something bigger, it's probably going to be years down the line. Dean also asks if I've got any, you know, special road trips or any special episodes, like hour-long episodes. I think I'd not thought about doing the hour-long episodes. Obviously I'm doing the road trip, but not the hour-long episodes. I think an hour-long episode is a good shout. Maybe I should do a special episode. So yeah, I'm going to have a think about that. And if anybody's got any ideas of what to do to fill up an hour, which I'd be able to do easily, I could make this episode an hour long quite easily. But it's having the quality footage to fill it for an hour and make it entertaining for an hour so people aren't bored. But yeah, an hour episode sounds great. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try it. And then lastly, I'd kind of, in the post, I'd asked myself 3 questions anyway, so I'll answer those. So the questions I asked was, which is the best destination that I've been to so far? Well, the best destination is probably, the physical destination is probably Heath Common, because it's always had it sounds daft, but a spiritual meaning to me because I lived there for so long. But in terms of the best episode that I filmed, that I enjoyed the most, was probably the beach stealth camp when I went to Cleethorpes and saw my grandparents and had something to eat on the beach and the dogs were running around. That was the best episode. I really enjoyed that, and the dogs did as well. And if they enjoy something, I enjoy something. It means a lot to me. I asked myself, what do I enjoy most about stealth camping? I just like the fact that I can be self-sufficient without needing a house. You know, the van camping isn't the only kind of camping I do. I do a lot of wild camping and a lot of bushcraft, or I did do before I got the van. I like that. I'm proud of the fact that I wouldn't need to live in a house. I could survive in some woods somewhere, or I could just bugger off in my van and live 6 months in the van. I don't miss being in a house ever. I don't need to be in a house. I can survive perfectly well in a van. Even in a van as small as this, I could live in this for 6 months easily. And probably people think, no way, but absolutely I could. Absolutely I could. You know, people think you're stuck in these metal tins and the small. You're not, because you open the door outside and you've got whatever's outside. You're not stuck in this tiny little space. This is just where you sleep on a night and where you store your things. And that is literally it. Everything else you can do outside. So I'd finished answering those questions, but then a few more trickled in after I'd finished filming that sequence. So today's another day. I'm at Heath Common, just chilling out, enjoying the weather. I've got the dogs with me, and yeah, I'm editing the video, so I thought, why not answer these questions? I've still got time, so yeah, it might not look like it's dropped in sequence, but yeah, I'm just going to slot this section in. And you're being very needy, aren't you? You want to sit there? You sit there then. So yeah, Charlie asks, if I had a dream destination, what would it be? I think my dream destination in this country is probably would be Newquay, stopping on Fistral Beach. It's just amazing. It's an amazing place. It's amazing for surfing. The vibe over there, the atmosphere, it's just out of this world, and it's my favourite place to visit in this country. To van camp anyway. So yeah, my dream destination's got to be Newquay, Fistral Beach. Amongst others, that's probably going to be the top on my list though to do, and that's where, you know, I want to go with this channel, going over there. Matt asks, will I order a takeaway to the van? Yeah, I've nearly done it already once. I like to do the cooking and eating. But yeah, definitely I'm going to order it just for the novelty factor, and I'll probably record the phone conversation, see how that goes as well with the takeaway driver. And Fiona asks, am I planning to go further afield like Scotland? Yeah, definitely. Scotland is, again, like Newquay, it's got a place close to my heart. Scotland's got a really deep meaning for me, and I love to go there just because it's such a beautiful place. And there's so many different places in Scotland you can go. It's just Scotland's a long way away. I suppose so is Newquay. But yeah, definitely Scotland. I know of a few gems in Scotland that you can visit. And actually Scotland would probably make a good road trip, so maybe I would, yeah. Maybe I would, because I can string it along and there's so many beautiful places, and stopping overnight in Scotland's so easy. Yeah, Scotland's definitely got to be up there, and I'm going to be doing that, yeah. Folks, that's it for this week's episode. Hopefully next weekend the weather's back out, you know, the sun's back out, and... You alright? What are you doing there? Yeah, hopefully next week the sun's out, because if the sun's out, I've got a few different options. I've still got lots of things that I do. I'm a really impulsive person, and I've got lots of toys and lots of different hobbies and interests, and I've shown you a fraction of the things that I like to do and get up to. So if the weather's nice next weekend, I'll show you something completely different that, you know, I've not shown you before that I like to do on my time off. So yeah, I suppose that's it for this week's episode then. I've not done anything really, but it's been like a milestone for me to get to 10 episodes. 10 episodes for me is 10 constant weeks of 2.5 days of working hard to get these videos out, and I'm proud of that I've kept up to it, and I'm proud of how well it's been received, and some of the comments that you guys are putting on now that are coming through, the really meaningful comments and heartfelt comments, and I really appreciate those. Thank you so much, and thank you for watching. And I suppose that's it for this week's episode, so stay tuned, and we might see you next week in a different location on Dean and Zach's destination. Thanks for watching. See you later.